You see, older women have this amazing mix of confidence, emotional stability, and a bunch of life experience. All of these make them really interesting, and since you're watching this video, you're probably interested in an older woman. But how do you know if and when she likes you and wants you to make a move? Well, back in the day, you had to be a bit like a detective and figure out if she wanted you to do something special, but that's no longer the case now. And it's important that you guess right. And because of that, we've made today's video about how older women signal you to make a move in public. You can use these tips whether you meet them online or in real life, so let's dive in. She acts like a kid around you and makes time for you. I was once in a coffee shop and I saw this dude with an older woman listening to Drake and doing the Tootsie slide dance. Dude, it was so fun to watch, and she's actually pretty good, although her moves weren't that smooth. Anyways, but that's what happens when an older woman wants you. She tries acting like a kid just to be able to relate with you better. She doesn't want to give any old woman vibes, and she tries to embrace as much pop culture as possible. She's suddenly giggling at your cheesy jokes and tripping over her words like a teenager with a crush on Justin Bieber. And maybe even playfully punching your arm in a non-threatening way. Remember those awkward middle school crushes? Yeah, remember those? Yeah, some grown-ups still get them, and you're the lucky recipient of her newfound giddiness. The thing is, while society's okay with an old man dating a girl that's half his age, so long as she's above 18, there's always some friction when it's the other way around. Older women know this, and they try to do what they can to show you the desirable woman, not the old woman. Still, not all guys can accept dating such women, so if she wants you, she might casually ask if you're cool with dating somebody older and if age matters to you. She might go as far as mentioning some power couples involving a wife who's older than her husband just to see what you think. Now, that ain't just small talk. That's her way of testing the waters and seeing if you're open and available. Think of it like a compatibility quiz, but with way less awkward silence. Now, once she knows you're open to dating older women, she'll consistently make time for you. Yes, she might rearrange her schedule just to meet you for coffee, ditch her book club to catch your band's gig, or even stay up past your bedtime just to chat on the phone. These kind of things are proof that she wants you to make the move. She smiles at you. Our second signal is not hidden in some profile bio or a secret gift box. It's right there on her face, her smile. Now, not just any smile, mind you. We're talking about the kind that hits you like a summer breeze on a hot day. So, let's say you're hanging out and feeling cool when suddenly she walks in, radiating sunshine and mystery in equal measure. Her eyes catch yours for a flicker, and then it happens. A smile, soft and sweet like a melody from a vintage record. Now, if this shy little grin happens again while she catches your eye across the room, well, then she's just saying it. I want you to come to me. Remember those awkward middle school crushes where a single smile felt like winning the lottery? Yeah, again, some grown-ups still get those, and if you still receive them, then you're doing something right. So watch for those secret smiles, and yes, those playful lip twitches. You see, these women know how to send tiny explosions of joy your way when they want you. So when next time you see that telltale smile, she's probably calling you. Now, if she follows that up with a twinkle in her eye and that subtle tilt of her head towards you, you can't go wrong by approaching her. In fact, it might be disrespectful to not make your move at that point. You gotta understand that an older woman's smile and twitching eyes are as good as any Morse code ever sent, and these particular ones are saying to the recipient, "Hey there, handsome, I dig your vibe." And all you gotta do next is wear your confidence like a cologne and let her know that you got the message. She's got eyes on you. Older women send silent invitations with their eyes. So let's say you're hanging out with friends and cracking some jokes. But all the while you keep getting this feeling that someone's sending nervous glances your way like a lovesick puppy. After a while, you catch your eyes, and suddenly those fleeting looks transform into something deeper. Her eyes lock onto yours, holding you captive for a while and leaving you thinking, what does that mean? Well, that's the wrong question. The right question is, how do I open the conversation? We got a video on that you guys should watch after you watch this one. But just in case you're still thinking, is that just my ego talking? Maybe she's just being polite. No. If she's looking your way like you're a rare vintage record and she catches your gaze and she blushes like a shy teenager, then trust me, it's not just platonic eye contact. It is a silent invitation that can be interpreted as, I'm just waiting for you to come say hi and stay. But here's the catch, fellas. Lingering eye contact is not just a one-way street. Catch her gaze, hold it for a moment, and see if she smiles back. If she does, bingo, she wants you. And if you want her, you'd better move. One of the best ways to start a conversation with a woman that you're interested in is, as you'll learn in the other video, is by observing the environment. But whatever you do, it is time to break the ice and show her that you're not just some statue admiring her gaze. Now, here's something that I've seen happen a good number of times. If the older woman wants you badly enough and she sees that you're not taking a hint, she'll probably come talk to you herself. At that point, her signals are becoming a little less subtle, like our next signal. She's curious about your personal life. First off, why do people ask other people personal questions? That's simple. They want to know more about the person being questioned. So the fact is that this isn't even something only mature women do. So, like I said, it's really not that subtle. You don't need to be a detective, then all you gotta do is pay attention. By the way, when a woman decides to be less subtle, and a mature woman decides to be less subtle at that, with her signals, it also means that you can't take a hint. And that is why this video was made, so you never come off as a novice to anybody. But who knows, maybe they're into that. Anyways, so you're in an eatery with this woman, or a restaurant if you're a normal person, and she's peppering you with questions about your passions. Like, what makes you tick? What are your ambitions? She might even go further with a cheesy but personal one like, what do you do when you're not conquering the world with your awesomeness? She wouldn't say that. She'd be more mature and well-spoken. Anyways, she could ask you about the kind of girls that you like. Now, if her interest in your personal life rivals the FBI's obsession with classified documents, trust me, that ain't no friendly chit-chat. Now, this question often leads to the ultimate question. Do you got a girlfriend? That, my friends, that's not even just for mature, older women. That's any girl ever. If she asks you, do you have a girlfriend? That is the holy grail of personal inquiries. So, especially if an older woman pops this on you, she's not even trying to be subtle anymore. Just think about it. You wouldn't be wondering about her relationship status if you were just friends, right? So when the tables turn, keep your cool, answer honestly, and know that a well-timed move might just lead to something magical. She compliments you often. When a mature woman showers you with compliments very regularly, that's often more than just a casual exchange. An older woman, in particular, might praise various aspects of you. Your style, your brilliant ideas, your achievements, or that one-of-a-kind sense of humor. Unlike younger counterparts, older women often go beyond the surface, focusing on their personal and character traits rather than just looks. Now, that's because they got more experience, and they don't mind being less subtle in the pursuit of what they want. Now, the frequency and the depths of these compliments are key to look at. If they keep on coming and delve deeper than just surface-level stuff, then they're not your run-of-the-mill polite comments. They're golden stars, affirming her genuine appreciation for who you are. Read between the lines. These compliments may be her way of signaling that she's open to you making a move. However, here's a twist. While guys might get nods for their looks when a woman compliments a man, it's usually on his unique qualities. Both are signals of interest, especially when she appreciates something physical. And don't hold your breath, but if it does happen, know that you've got a sharp woman on your hands. Older women, seasoned by life's lessons, tend to be more direct about their intentions. Expect less hesitation and more frequent compliments. A real heartfelt compliment that's accompanied by a smile can't go wrong. Just think about it. If she's complimented you about your fitness, your attentiveness, and your mind, and she's single, why wouldn't she be interested in having you? Okay, now that we're halfway through the video, why don't you smack that subscribe button to support the channel? Do the same for the like button if you're enjoying the video. All done? Let's get back to the list. She wants you to get close, or she will. You have to understand that it is a big deal when a woman is open to you and ready to share her space with you. As men, we tend to be the stronger, more intimidating sex, and that allows us to be more adventurous, but women have to be more cautious about letting any male in. Now, you don't want to jump to conclusions when a woman stands close in a crowded bar. That might just be a spatial necessity. But when she not only notices you, but doesn't take a step back when you close the gap, that's a green light, signaling that she's comfortable with your presence. So let's say you guys have a lunch in the same eatery. You can take a step closer by opting to sit and eat at the same table with her. Watch her body language. If she's visibly at ease with you being close, then it looks like she's at least comfortable with you. But here's a golden indicator. When she starts closing the distance herself, that's a game changer. Especially if you've been doing it yourself, but maybe you're just being cautious and slow. So she decides to speed up the whole process. You have to understand that older women don't have much time, so they can't afford to play the game like younger girls do. Anyways, when this happens, you know you gotta make a move. She breaks through the touch barrier, or lets you do it. Now that the gap between you and her is broken, there is one more thing to break, and that is the touch barrier. The warmth of a woman who cares and loves you is something that some men never experience, and frankly, that is sad. Now, when a mature woman does a gentle graze on your hand, forearm, or shoulder, and she gives you a sneaky thigh touch below the table. She's hinting that you are the prize that she wants. This goes double for when you're on a date together. Sure, if it's your first meetup, I guarantee you there's a good chance, I should say, that she'll be a bit reserved about this touchy business. But as the night unfolds, both of you loosen up. Maybe with the help of a drink or two. Don't be surprised if she becomes more comfortable with those subtle touches. Now, here's the thing. The more that she initiates contact, the more that she's signaling she's ready for you. But listen, it's not just about her touching you. It's about how she responds when you return the favor. That is just as crucial. Amid conversation, throw in a touch on her hand or forearm, keeping it mutual and comfy. If she pulls away, then she's not comfortable with it. Notice I said that she's probably just not comfortable with it, not that she doesn't want you. That's because she might still want you, and her response might be subconscious, which could be a result of some past experiences. So her intention might not be to push you away. Now, one of the ways to really tell what her intentions are is this. Let's say you're crossing the street together. Be bold. Guide her with your hand on her lower back. If she tenses up at all, lose it immediately. Take it out, take a step back, show her that you respect her boundaries. But if she doesn't tense up, that's a green light. If she draws closer to you in that instant, then there can be no mistake about her desire for you. She wants to spend more time with you. So you two have been talking about, a lot more than before, and the only thing slowing you guys down is the age gap. You're trying to be more respectful while she's not sure you're cool with dating an older woman. Well, when the said woman starts suggesting you do things together, consider it an unmistakable signal that she wants to spend her time with you. Heck, maybe even the rest of her life. So when you find her offering you lunch invitations like confetti, then it's time to let her know how you feel because she's told you her feelings right then and there. Maybe you guys work in the same company. Does she frequently extend invites to hang out after work? Or maybe she likes to go on overtime at work just with you. Or even better, she likes to keep you company when you're on overtime. Now that is caring, and that is sacrifice. If any of these scenarios sound familiar and you like the said woman, then you should stop scouting new places to meet single women. Like, why go on a date to search for someone that you like when someone you already like has their eyes set on you? You already hit the jackpot, man, and you should thank your lucky stars because it's not every time that you love someone that loves you right back. She laughs a lot and engages you. Have you noticed that laughter has become the soundtrack of your interactions? Then you're up to something. Whether you're on a date or just catching each other's eye, her laughter isn't something to brush off lightly. This holds especially true in those spots where cougars tend to mingle with single guys. These hotspots are like signal boosters for positive vibes. If you've unintentionally become her personal comedian, that's a pretty bright green signal. You see, when you're wondering, does she want me to make a move? Just think about the atmosphere that she's creating around you. If it's all positive vibes, chances are she's sending you a clear invitation. But that's not the only thing that you should be on the lookout for when you guys meet. You see, older women appreciate more than just a handsome face. They value a sharp, active mind. Meaningful conversations are their thing, and these discussions often dive into personal beliefs, ambitions, dreams, experiences. So when she seeks your opinions and she probes your ideas, it's not just an intellectual exercise. It's a sign that she values your mind. If she remembers and revisits details from your previous talks, that's a nod that she not only pays attention, but she cherishes those moments. Now, during the engaging conversations, does she often share fragments of her life? Now, that is another level right there. She not only wants you, but she also trusts you at least to a certain level. Nonetheless, you gotta remember that context is key. If these conversations are confined to a professional setting, then they might be part of the job. But when she initiates these discussions outside of the workplace, in more personal and intimate settings, it's a sign that she's interested in you. She gets flirty. Now, last but not least is flirting, which you can consider to be the universal language of interest. Seriously. When an older woman flirts with you, you should know that she's even prepared to ask you out herself. Flirting from an older woman can take various forms, from playful teasing and suggestive comments to subtle touches. However, keep in mind that some people are just naturally flirty and they may not necessarily have romantic intentions. So you need to watch for some accompanying signs. For instance, does she play with her hair, lock eyes with you, and smile way more than usual? Is she very touchy, like brushing past or placing her hand on your arm during conversations? Well then, she's not just flirty by nature, she wants you. Basically, you need to watch out for when she's creating a playful and magnetic atmosphere. It's a surefire sign that she's not just passing the time, she's actively trying to tell you to make the move, and she wants you to be quick about it. So that's it, guys. That's how older women signal you to make a move in public. Watch out for them whenever you're with that woman who always leaves you confused with her actions. Also, if you have any more questions, leave them down in the comments. We'd love to help. Also, you can, like I said earlier, learn some more in the next video.